Blessings, you all. Blessings, blessings, and more blessings. I just completed a video on childhood trauma, so I wanted to reintroduce my book entitled Creepy, in all caps, The Unveiling of a Narcissist. And the reason why is because this correlates right along with childhood trauma. I wanted to just read, some of the first chapter. The first chapter is entitled Meeting the Monster, the Perpetrator. And most would think that that title is making reference to the narcissist, but in reality, it is about the different things that we have gone through as a child that would probably has caused us to become attached to someone like the narcissist. For those that don't know what a narcissist is, they are described or defined as, someone that is extremely self-absorbed, have a lack of connection and, empathy. I would even say a lack of, we won't have to go with empathy, but just a lack of sympathy for others. They want to know that they come first in every situation. It doesn't matter, if you have children, it doesn't matter when it comes to your job. They'll love bomb you and they'll gaslight you to death. But I truly believe that accepting someone like this in your life is, for one, because we're always looking for love outside of ourselves. And that is pretty much what has been taught to us through the different systems and templates that we are born into. So page 2 of Creepy, The Unveiling of a Narcissist, first paragraph. As a child, I remember wanting to get married, have children, pets, and live in a house with a white picket fence. This is the American dream, right? In the 70s, it was one of the things I took note of, and it was during a time of watching sitcoms like The Brady Bunch, Jeffersons, and the Waltons, to name a few. Stop right there. Childhood trauma. If you did not have what was depicted in the programs early on in life, and I can only give you what I know of, if you did not have those things in your environment, then perhaps that was the start of childhood trauma. Sometimes we don't know to just appreciate what we have, or we can appreciate what we have, but that doesn't mean that trauma was not introduced somehow. And you don't get the opportunity to discuss it because life keeps moving. So things get stored within you that you never address, and you carry it on into adulthood. Second paragraph. Growing up in the Baptist church as a young girl taught me morality and the importance of being married before the eyes of God. Anything other than that would be considered shacking. As I began to yearn for the attention and love I couldn't find in myself due to a broken self-worth, trauma, a pattern of failed relationships was initiated. When I look back on past experiences, it was evident that these relationships, situationships I was getting myself into were not the best for me, but I just wanted to be loved. So again, white picket fence, the American dream, and then growing up in the church. Never am I saying that growing up in the church is not beneficial, but then I also am saying that no one ever takes time to look at or discuss what the church, what type of trauma it has caused. You know why? Because you just keep going. You keep searching for God outside of yourself. You keep searching for Jesus, the Lord, outside of yourself, and never thinking to go within and finding out who God really is, who Christ really is, and what the scriptures was truly teaching us, or is teaching us, because it's still a current thing. Soulful. One moment. Soulful. Mind, body, spirit. Soulful mug. All of these items are available on the e-store, in the e-store, soulful-store.com. Get your soulful merch so you can ride the soulful wave.